Hello and welcome to lesson 2. Once again, these lessons are for all band students, so I know that several of our older students will find this more of a tedious review. This is definitely stuff that you know, but it is good to reinforce these concepts from a basic level. And for the younger students, this also might be review. This is stuff that you should have learned in your general music classes, but it is good to look at this from a different perspective and work on some fundamental music concepts. So we are going to talk about notes on the staff right now. And first talk about how we identify the notes on the staff. So on this top staff here, we're going to talk about our lines. And the lines of any staff are counted from the bottom up. And what I mean by that, obviously, is that this bottom line we're going to call number 1. That is the first line. That's how we identify our note names when we get to that. And then we simply go up. First line, second line, third, fourth, and fifth. All right, so from bottom to top, we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We will also be talking about the spaces, which I will label down on this bottom staff. Once again, we're not really talking about treble or bass right now. This is just a 5-line staff. It does not matter what the notes are. We are just talking about numbering the lines and the spaces. So with the spaces on the bottom, once again, we start with number 1 and then go up 2, 3, and 4. Only 4 spaces in our music staff. So for this particular lesson and the assignment that you are going to do, you will have to identify the numbers of the lines and spaces that you see in the music. And you can use this video, or once again, if you are older, you should be able to do this pretty quickly. But our first note here is on the second line from the bottom, so we would just label that with a 2. The next note is on the bottom line, so that's 1, the first line. The third note is on the third line. The fourth note is on the fourth line. The next note is on the second line, and so on. Talking about the spaces, it is the same concept. The first note here is on the second space, so we will label that a 2. Then the first space, the bottom space, the third space, once again the second space, and continuing on. So your next assignment will be about identifying the lines and the spaces. Again, very simple concept, but use this video if you have any questions. That is the end of lesson 2.